Hi, my name is Josiah, and I'm one of the base leaders in JMEM Hainichen, Eastern Germany. I want to tell you a little bit about my DTS. I did my DTS back in 2005 in Hurlach, Germany, which is in southern Germany, and it was really a great experience for me. The best part, which really changed my life the most, was teaching on hearing God's voice. And I didn't actually hear God's voice until halfway through the school after the lecture phase. And before we went on outreach, we had, there's Christmas, and we had a little Christmas break. And I was visiting a friend in Switzerland, and he had a meeting with a pastor at a church. And we walked to the church, and I stayed outside while he had his meeting with the pastor. And someone started walking towards me, and I just heard a little voice in my head saying, "I want you to tell this person about me." And I started to make excuses. Oh, well, I'm not that great in German, and especially Swiss German is very different. I don't know. And what if they don't speak English? And as I'm making excuses, the person passes by me, and I say, "Oh, good, it's too late. They're gone. I can't do it now." And then another person starts walking towards me. And again, I hear this voice, "Tell this person about me." And again, I start making excuses. Oh, well, how would I start the conversation? And it's just really awkward to stop someone on the street. And you know what, if I had like some sort of survey or some sort of tool that would get this conversation started and pointed towards talking about you, then I could do that. But right now, the person has passed, so I don't need to worry about it right now. This happened a third time. Third person comes. Again, I start making excuses. Again, they pass me by, and I say, "Okay, I'm done." And I hear again in my head, "Turn around." And I turn around, and the person has stopped right behind me because it's a bus stop. And so they're waiting for the bus right there. And again, I go into excuses mode. Again, I point, if I had something with me, to start the conversation, then I would totally do it. But now it's just so awkward and difficult. And then my friend came out, and then that was the other excuse. Then, well, now I don't have to talk to them because we can leave. But as we started walking, I heard the question, "Well, if you had something, would you really go talk to people?" And I was kind of like, "Well, yeah, I would go talk to people if I had something." And then I heard, "Okay, well, go home, make something on the computer, print it off, and go with your friend who speaks perfect Swiss German and go talk to people." And it was kind of like, okay, well, I trapped myself there. No getting out of this. I already said I would do it. So we went and did it, and we had a great day of sharing the gospel. And I mean, nothing spectacular happened in the sharing. We had a couple of good encounters, but not like people crying and giving their life to Christ in some powerful way. But later that night, it hit me. Wait a second. Who was I talking to? Who was talking back to me? Like, I was having a conversation with someone, and that someone wasn't me. And that's when I realized I was hearing God. Now, all the stuff I had heard in my DTS started to make sense. And then I started to, okay, God, well, if you're really, if you're really speaking to me, then can we talk about other stuff too? And then I hear this voice, "Sure, what do you want to talk about?" And I stayed up almost the whole night just talking with God about all sorts of different things, and it was really amazing. And that was the start of me hearing God's voice, and it really changed the trajectory of my life, because instead of just I decide what I want to do and what I think is right or what I think God might want me to do, I could ask, and I could get specific answers that called me to specific sort of ministry, going to specific cities. One time I was praying for a new job, and I said, "God, I just want to know where I'm going to get this job." And then he said, "You're going to get it here in this city at this place." And I hadn't even interviewed at that place. And 3 interviews later, and traveling there to visit and see if it was a good fit, they hired me. And there was like all sorts of times when I can clearly say, yes, this is totally God. He's leading, giving me direction, and then bringing other people along who have the same crazy idea. And it fits together perfectly, and it's one of the most exciting things about life actually now is just hearing from God, obeying, walking. You take one little step in obedience. It's something that seems really simple, and then just so many cool things happen. So yeah, the DTS changed my life. That was just 1 week. There was 12 lecture weeks. Each of them were really awesome. And one of the things I loved about the DTS in general is just that the teachers, it's not about giving information. It's about sharing heart. So you really get to know these people. They aren't just teachers who come in and lecture and then you don't see them anymore. They eat with you. They spend their free time hanging out with you. You can always go to them with questions, and you see who they are, and you see their love for God, and they're able to transfer some of that over to you. And it's a really cool system, and I love it. I've staffed DTSs, I've led DTSs, now I'm leading a base, and I'm super excited for our next school. And I'm super excited for you to come.